Good evening, everyone. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I just got out of the shower after a morning of laughing and having fun, and then getting ready and heading out. And I went to the grocery store. Now, I already had some groceries in here, but I had a craving for hot dogs with chili on top of it and um, grated cheese on top of that. Well, it's in the refrigerator right now. I mean, I ate while I was out, so I probably won't. I might eat later on tonight, but um, I think maybe where I'm headed with this is how we can take our what food that we're eating and make it elegant. Now, one of the things I like to do is I like to fry bologna, fry it in butter. Put some butter on the bread. Well, whatever bread you want, but um, although white's not the best for you, but um, I got a good seed. So, but anyway, fry the bologna, and if you want, sprinkle some cheese on it or have some American cheese. And if you can't do that, that's fine. Some people put tomatoes on them and mayonnaise. So you cut it long ways so it feels elegant. Have your um, wine glass if you're going to have milk or whatever. But a bologna sandwich will give you, and if you put tomato on it, um, it would well, tomatoes a fruit, so that's going to be oh well. Or have a cucumber, peel and slice up half. You don't have to have the whole cucumber. Just take a fourth of it, depending on how big the cucumber is. Slice it up, maybe with some onions and salt and pepper. And I use Italian dressing over the top of my cucumbers. So there you've got a fried bologna sandwich with a tomato on it and mayonnaise, or your choice of if you want mustard mayonnaise maybe, and you don't have to have any of that. But there you got your starch, you got your meat, you got your vegetable fruit really, but then if you cut up a little bit of a cucumber, then with ranch dressing on it if you prefer, or and if you don't have that, um, but I can get a little teeny bottle of just a little thing at um, Walmart for, well, last time I bought it was $1.47. And that lasts me a long time. So, you sprinkle a little bit of that on the cucumber, and you sit at your elegant table with your wine glass, your milk, or your water, or um, and if of course if Coke's too expensive for you, if you don't like Coke, or a fruit juice, if you got a fruit juice, and yeah, you've got a good little meal there. Or if you want noodles, now noodles is a cheap way to go, and it's got your starches in it, and what little bit of sugar you need and stuff. So you take your noodles, and I love my noodles with stewed tomatoes on them, or just your regular whole tomatoes in a can, and cook the noodles up, and put the um, tomatoes in it, salt, pepper, that sort of thing. If you got some parsley flakes, put some parsley in it. Add a little color to it, um, and then you have a plate full of that. And I like butter in mine. I put real butter in mine, and you've got your cucumbers over here. So, and I know y'all know how to slice up cucumbers, and I know y'all know how to cook noodles and um, fry up a bologna sandwich. So there, there's really no need of showing all that kind of stuff, which I don't have the room to do that anyway. But I can tell you about it. So there you've got a cheap little frugal meal that's going to give you all the um, nutrients you need. The bologna is going to be your get beef bologna. Well, but if you don't, I mean chicken. I don't know. I got beef tonight. Um, uh, Probably usually I get the chicken, but no, I'd rather stick with the beef. So there you go. Okay, hot dogs with um, yeah, you boil the hot dogs. I'd rather boil the hot dogs. That way, they get nice and plump and they're softer that way. Um, and Take a can of chili with beans in it, and of course the hamburger and stuff like that, and put that over the top of the hot dog, and put the hot dog in the bun, or if you don't want a bun, but the bun will give you some of your starch that you need, and the beans and the chili will give you your not only some more protein but your vegetable, and sprinkle some uh, mild cheddar cheese over the top of it. But if you prefer the stronger, sharper cheddar cheese, then you do that. So you got your meal, and of course your glass of water, preferably water. They tell you not to drink anything with your meal, so because um, it dilutes the acid in your stomach. So you need that acid to digest your food and process it through your intestines and stuff. So drink the water before you eat. But see now, like with me, because of the fibromyalgia, I have some, not a bunch, some swallowing problems. So and then with no teeth, I can't chew my food up as well as I should, but or be able to. So I do have something alongside me to drink just in case I start choking. But right there's three little meals, and you could do that every week. Um, Macaroni and cheese with you can get them little cans of ham. I think the last time I got them, they were like $1.25, and I get them at Walmart's, and they're just little teeny cans about like that, and you can take them and put them in your macaroni and cheese. And so then you've got a little bit of meat. I mean, you don't have to have a whole bunch of meat, and then and for dessert or throughout the day, um, apples are really good to have around, and you don't have to eat a whole apple at once. You can take and cut it in half and eat one at one meal, and I mean half of it, and eat it. But I generally only eat about once a day. Now, if I get really hungry before bedtime, I'll grab something because I can't sleep when I'm hungry. Um, so yeah, I mean we can eat real cheap. We don't have to eat steak and stuff like that. And when you start budgeting your food like that, and you plan it, plan your meals every day. Well, hold on a minute. I'm back. I tripped a breaker. Anyway, I remember when I was out in California, and I still, my kids were little, and um, their father, did his thing all the time. As he worked his job. Don't get me wrong; he was a good worker, but he was an alcoholic, and but I tried my best to sit down once a week and make out a menu for the week, and I'd go just by that. And of course, now when you're dealing with somebody like that, they're going to eat the food, regardless whether you got it for this or that. And but I would do okay. Now hot dogs one night, Kool-Aid. They have Kool-Aid. You can drink Kool-Aid, but you don't want to use too much sugar. But iced tea, iced tea's good. Plus, the green tea is good for you. And so plan your meals, and they don't have to be big extravagant meals. If you decide you want spaghetti one night, um, and you can take and divide that, a great big pot, make a big pot of it, and divide that up and put it in freezer bags, and or them little containers that have the lids to them, and put the rest, in little containers and put it in the freezer. And then whenever you decide you want to have some spaghetti, it's there. You don't have to go ahead and cook it again and waste electric and everything, or gas, propane, whatever you're using, to make another big pot of it. So, oh, geez. I mean, I know we're not supposed to eat too much pasta, but peanut butter sandwich one night with jelly. And if you don't have all that stuff, that's good. I mean, that's all right. But your bologna, those instant mashed potatoes, I got two of them today. And one of them little packs was 98 cents. One of them little packs will make me two meals. One of them little gravies, that I think they're 48 cents, 47 cents, something like that. And you cook them up, and you have, well, like the other night. What I did was I didn't I used, well, those are all real potatoes, but I used a real potato. I boiled them, and then after they were done, I peeled them, and I mashed them up like mashed potatoes, and I made me some gravy. Put it on a nice plate. Nice plate helps a lot, just like a nice blanket does. So, and you put the gravy over the top of the mashed potatoes. I put parsley in it, salt and pepper, and I use Himalayan sea salt. And a lot of people, table salt's not good for you. I hope you'll understand that. Table salt is not good for you, for everything. They take all the minerals out of it, and you got your body's got to have those minerals. And I do believe that that's one of the reasons why my legs, now my knees are still got the problem, but the rest of my legs, because I've got the minerals out of the well that I'm drinking the water out of. But the sea salt, Himalayan sea salt, uh, Celtic is supposed to be better, but and there's another way that you can um, use that sea salt, and that you get the granules, the crystals, and before you drink water, you put them on your tongue and let it melt, and then it'll get in your system. And then the water, that magnesium that's in those crystals will draw the water into your cells. Otherwise, if you don't have that magnesium in your body and all those minerals that you need, well, you can drink water all day long and it'll just go straight through you. So some people put the salt in their water, but I prefer not to do that. I just put the crystal on my tongue and let it melt, and then I drink my water. So there's many things that you can do to have a nice little meal. It don't have to be expensive. And let's see, how many um, but slices of bologna is in a package, you know. So, all right, I'm going to say eight. There's 8 meals. And um, rice, I don't do too much rice. I like pasta, but too much pasta is not good for you either. Especially people with fibromyalgia because it's got the grains in it. It's like there's just so many things. Sit down on Sunday, the first of the week. Make you out a menu for the week. Just buy that, and uh, however many weeks you want to do. I mean, you can have every Monday. You can have uh, goulash. You know, you don't even have to have the meat to it. You can just use the macaronis and um, uh, cook them up and put the sauce over the top of them and add a little butter to it while you're sitting there eating it, salt and pepper and stuff like that. Um, Tuesday, you can have, uh, I like tostadas. I don't know if you all know about tostadas, but they're the round corn meal things, and you get a whole big package of them. You can get them for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. And I take refried beans and spread that over the top of that. And if you happen to have any hamburger that you fried up, you can put that over the top on top of that, and dice up some tomatoes and onions, whatever you would like to have on. Sprinkle a little cheese on there. Uh, Depending on how much you eat, three of them would work for me. And that a nice little meal there, and of course whatever you're drinking in your little wine glass or your mason jar. Uh, you got a good little meal there, and if you happen to have any oranges, maybe an orange for one meal for your dessert. Next time it might be an apple, but the oranges are pretty prevalent, and the apples are pretty prevalent during winter time. So um, and try to eat local with your apples. We can't eat local with oranges, so it's just that simple. So start your money budget. Tell yourself you're only going to spend so much a week. Now, I used to do it all at a time on Mondays, but here's the thing: is you're not learning to save your money. You're not learning to be diligent with your money if you just do it all at once. And I did it because I knew that I don't like to shop, and if I get it all now, then I'll have it. But do you week at a time, and then do it over again for the next week, and maybe you can switch it around. Maybe Monday you'll have hot dogs, and then Tuesday you'll have, you just rotate them, and so fix you out so much money. Know what things cost. You can go online and find out what they cost. Walmart's especially. You go in there and you say, what do you want groceries, and you say, well, what would uh, you go in there and you find out what it costs. Sit right down and plan it all out, man. And then if you'd rather not go around in the store and picking it up or whatever, then you can order it and go pick it up. And so you can do it a month at a time if you want to, but um, uh, by the week would be it wouldn't overpower you or anything like that. So yeah, fix you out a budget. How much you're going to spend on groceries? Pick out what you're going to have and stick with that. Make sure you have something to drink always. If you drink your coffee, make sure you got your coffee. If you drink tea, make sure you got your tea. If you drink milk, which I don't drink milk, once in a while I like to have a nice cold glass of it, but um, And well, I don't know if the bottled water is better than the city water or not. I mean, they put the fluoride in the city water, and they say it's good for your teeth, but it's not good for the rest of your body. So I don't know. That's just a prelude to. I'll try to come up with some more little cheap little meals, and I know that if you get this, you can go to Walmart and get these great big packages of frozen chicken. And I take them out. Well, you can take them out and individually put them in a plastic bag and put them back in so that they don't stick together. And then when you want a chicken, the legs are cheaper than the chicken thighs. I don't really go for um, the chicken breast. I like the dark meat. So um, anyway, you can get a big package of that. I don't know. I think there's like 17, 18 pieces of, drumsticks in them. And one of them, at a meal, a package of those mashed potatoes, and you can get them little cans of green beans. That's what I had the other night, and it gave me a lot. And I think they're like 68 cents, something like that. They're just little. And so I had mashed potatoes, gravy, and green beans. So I'll get back to that again. I don't know. I might pick that up again tomorrow, but right now I'm going to go. And if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. And a merry heart doeth good like medicine. So you'll have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.